Hello, everyone. Hope you guys can hear me. Um, I should be all set to stream now. Been having some difficulties the last time I've been trying to stream and do this, but I want to take a look at some things today. I hope you guys had a good day. Um, the first big thing that came out today was the teaser trailer for that Avengers movie, the next one that's coming out. It confirms that Chris Evans is Captain America is coming back, and it completely retcons everything from Endgame in terms of the ending. So I think that's the first thing I want to take a look at and talk about. Um, because a lot of these fucking weirdos online are upset that they brought back um, Steve Rogers' character, and like I said, this is just Marvel course correcting. They know they fucked up the last 5 years in terms of making Marvel content. So this is them trying to course correct. That's why they brought back Robert Downey, Chris Evans characters, because they know they messed up. So I guess we could just start by watching this, and I want to take a look at this later. We could start by watching the teaser trailer, and Geeks and Gamers made a video about it. I want to take a look at it.
The first Avengers Doomsday trailer, which leaked days before it was actually out there, has finally been put out online officially by Marvel Studios. We might as well watch it. I don't think we've actually been able to watch it, right? Because it had been getting copyrighted all the way up till now. There we go. Let's watch it. The first trailer for Avengers Doomsday.
Like I said, this just retcons the entire ending of Endgame. But yeah, let's watch this. Yep, and there he is. There's the real Captain America. But yeah, basically, this is Disney saying, "We're sorry for fucking up. We're trying to course correct now." This is basically them saying that. But yeah, Chris Evans is back as Captain America, probably for the next two Avengers movies that they have planned, most likely. Because they did say after these next two Avengers movies, they plan on rebooting the entire universe. I guess they're gonna like start over. But yeah, he's back. Probably most likely for the next two films. Same thing with Robert Downey. I didn't even know that was coming out in December of next year. So this is coming out next year. At first, they said it was coming out back in the summer of next year, but it looks like they pushed it back.
Someone said a very well-fed baby.
Baby's probably AI or some shit.
This is the thing that leaked. This is what I saw before Avatar, and it looked very good. Like did you see the AI version?
Yes, I did see the AI.
It looks pretty similar, but again, this was absolutely nothing but to say, hey, Steve Rogers is coming back a year from now.
The Thor teaser trailer, which will be shown starting Thursday or Friday or whatever, that's already leaked online, so you can see that.
So they're releasing teaser trailers for all the characters. Well, the big three, Even though it's technically a big four. But I kind of understand why they're not doing the Hulk because nobody likes that Hulk. I'm just being honest. But yeah, they're gonna be doing another one for Thor for this movie, and then the last one is gonna be Robert Downey's Doctor Doom. So yeah, they needed to course correct because all this diversity BS shit that they've been pursuing in Hollywood lately, they're starting to realize that it's not making no one's making fucking money. That's why a lot of these companies are starting to course correct, not just with movies but with gaming also. A lot of them are trying to course correct because they're starting to realize that this diversity bullshit is not profitable whatsoever. These weirdos online complaining about this shit, but in actuality, when you look at it, when you look at the numbers, and then you turn to them, you ask, where were you when this thing was out? Why didn't you invest in this? Why didn't you buy our stuff? Why didn't you buy a ticket to watch this movie? Why didn't you pay to buy this game so you can play it? If you truly cared about diversity, if you truly believe that this is what the market wants. At the end of the day, people want escapism. People don't want to be preached to. Nobody wants that type of bullshit. And this is one of the main reasons why they brought back Chris Evans as Captain America. Same thing with Robert Downey. They're trying. Well, mainly they brought them back because they want to get butts in the movie theaters again because movie theaters have not been making money. Like I said, it's very rare for certain movies to come out and do really good, especially in the superhero genre lately. The last decent superhero film in terms to make money was the Wolverine and Deadpool movie. Before that, I want to say it was probably Spider Man, and I heard Guardians did okay, but yeah, it there hasn't been like a major hit. So, um, which which I look at it and I'm just like I'm just like I don't blame the fans for not coming back because again, when you push characters and push these narratives on people on your core audience. Like, mind you, when you create content, you're supposed to cater to your core audience. You're not supposed to cater to a small, minute audience that doesn't even fucking exist. Like, it's like they listen to one person, like one or two people that don't even like this stuff, and they went with it. And it's fucking insane that they actually do that.
That one is also about Thor and his daughter, right, from Love and
Yeah.
Thunder. That one is about a father. Steve Rogers apparently is a father. We saw the Fantastic Four stuff. That is about a mother and a father. It's kind of interesting, right, that some of these big characters they're bringing this fatherhood in. We know what happened with Robert Downey Jr. with Iron Man, and
Thor doesn't even have a daughter. Isn't that like his like adopted like daughter or something? From what I remember. Because I actually seen Love and Thunder. I seen it on a flight when I think I was heading back home or something. And I watched it, and from what I remember, I could have sworn the daughter is not actually his daughter. If I'm not mistaken, but yeah, I could have sworn that's not his actual daughter.
Endgame. But with this announcement, finally the Russo brothers are officially like talking about it, and it does sound like he's going to be a big part of this fucking movie. Russo's teased Chris Evans' MCU legacy as Steve Rogers returns in Doomsday. And this is the Russo brothers, putting this out there. And they said the character that changed our lives, the story that brought us all here together, it was always going to come back to this. The Russo brothers are the ones that did Winter Soldier, right? So they did Winter Soldier, then they did Captain America: Civil War.
I think Winter Soldier is like when people really start to notice the Russo brothers because Captain America: The Winter Soldier, that movie went so fucking hard. Arguably, in my opinion, a top 5 Marvel movie, hands down. That movie was fucking amazing. To this day, I remember like watching that at the theaters too when I went to see. Cause I remember my cousin and my sister they went to see that Marlon Wayans movie. I think it was Haunted House, Then I went to go see that, and then I saw Captain America, because I was like, all right, let me go see this. Because I remember watching the first Captain America movie at a summer school program. They took us to the movies. I remember watching the first Captain America movie in theaters, and I was like, let me just watch the second movie. And my God, like that first, like the beginning of the movie when they did the whole boat rescue shit, like that shit went so fucking hard, man. Like the way this dude kicked homie off the fucking ship, man, like Jesus Christ, man. Like, I actually want to play that really quick. Hold on. I actually want to play that really quick. Um, because that scene, man, it just went so hard, man. I want to play that shit real quick, man. I think this is it. Because this shit went so hard, man. I just want to play this really quick. Like the way he kicked this dude off the boat, bro. Like I'm just sitting there and I'm just like, there's no way this is Captain America.
Secure Channel 7.
7 secure. You do anything fun Saturday night?
Well, all the guys from my barbershop quartet are dead.
Too busy. Is he wearing a parachute? No.
Yeah. This scene went hard when he jumped off without the parachute. Like this shit went hard, bro. I'm gonna turn off the volume just because I can call you right, but bro, this shit went hard, bro. When he jumped off without the parachute, even the way he dives in the water was fucking like God, man. Like I remember like just vividly watching this, and I'm just like, this is Captain America, like. I'm just like, bro, like this is where I start to fall in love with these movies, man. Like even though when people talk about Captain America, they always bring up Civil War, which a lot of people say is the best Captain America movie. Which in my opinion, I don't think it's a Captain America movie. It's more like an Avengers 2.5 movie. But this movie right here is fucking amazing, man. Like, look at this shit, bro. Like the choreography for this shit was so fucking good, bro. Like I love the camera movement as he's running around. Like, bro, that kick, bro. This dude is dead. Like, look at that, bro. Look at this kick. Like, bro, he is dead. That guy is dead, bro. As soon as his back hit the edge, like, bro, look at that. He's dead. Like, he got hit 3 times. Like, one the kick, 2 the back of the ship, and then the water. Guy is dead. That shit went so hard, bro. God, I love this fucking movie. This is when the MCU knew who their audience was and they knew who to cater to. And we don't get movies like this anymore. And it's not just with the MCU. Like, I don't know what it is. I feel like CGI and special effects are just getting worse and worse by the year. Like, I feel like the people who are doing this shit are just getting lazier and lazier on doing this shit. And it's just like, why the fuck is this shit getting worse and worse? Like, I remember watching scenes from the Flash movie. I'm just like, what the fuck is... I'm just like, this is actual special effects CGI? Like, look at a lot of these movies that came out back in the day. And most of these movies, their special effects, like, it aged well. Like, look at Man of Steel. Man of Steel is a 10-plus-year-old movie. And then you look at a movie like The Flash. And it's just like, where is the money going to? Like, where is the budget for the CGI? Why does this shit look so bad? And mind you, The Flash is a movie that they spent a lot of money on, hundreds of thousands of dollars on. They spent a lot of money on that movie, and that shit was just so terrible. But yeah, man, I fucking love this movie, man. This movie went so hard, bro. Like, Russo, I will give this to Russo Brothers, but they did a really good job with Captain America. Like, I feel like the Russo Brothers did a good job making the audience really like this character. Because I'm not gonna lie, I feel like Robert Downey's Iron Man movie, the first one, really set the bar in terms of like he's arguably gonna be like the most liked character. Like that shit went hard way through the knife. Like, I feel like Robert Downey's character really set the bar, and it was smart for Disney to bring in the Russo brothers to work on this because I feel like they really wanted to like make the audience like love this character, and I feel like they had a chance too. Because I'm just gonna be honest, after the first Iron Man movie, I kind of feel like the movies kind of like fell off in a way. Like Iron Man 2 was okay, but I personally did not like Iron Man 3. I feel like Iron Man 3 was a miss. I feel like them introducing AIM and actually not like going further with that was a huge misstep in my opinion. I feel like that was a perfect chance to introduce AIM, MODOK, and that was just I don't know, man. Huge missed opportunity, man. There was a lot of missed opportunities in Marvel, and I feel like Iron Man 3 was a huge missed opportunity. I feel like that could have played well in terms of like the way I saw, I feel like Iron Man 3. There's some things that could have played well with it. Like yeah, Tony has PTSD from the Avengers movie in terms of going through the wormhole and shit. But I feel like you introducing AIM, introduce characters like MODOK, all these scientists, introduce like a certain plot hole like for this movie. Like for example, you introduce fucking Baron Strucker, some agents of Hydra like at showing AIM and Hydra have like this sort of like partnership and stuff. Like I feel like there was a lot of missed opportunities, and also them killing off Baron Strucker in Age of Ultron, fucking insane to me. Like Jesus Christ, like the fact that they killed him off so like we literally got introduced to Baron Strucker at a fucking what was it? I think it was an end credit. Yeah, it was an end credit that we got introduced to him. And the beginning of Age of Ultron, you guys killed him off. And it's just like, wow, what a waste of a character. And then they didn't even technically they didn't even do the character right because he's supposed to have the arm that he can take harnesses people's lifespan from it. So it was just I don't know, man. Huge missed opportunity, in my opinion. Very big, huge missed opportunity. But overall, man, like I feel like them bringing the Russo brothers back. They want Cap back. Marvel paid off the ass to get them back. They paid them and Robert Downey a lot of money just to be there. But yeah, man. This is gonna be really it's really good that they're back because Disney needs it. They need it. Disney and Marvel needs it. But like I said, this does not guarantee that you're gonna get your hardcore fans back. Like when I mean hardcore fans, I mean the fans. These are the people that will buy everything from Disney Marvel. These are the ones that buy the comics. They are the ones who buy all the merch. Like those are your hardcore fans, and I'm just gonna be honest. I don't think this is gonna bring them back. Like they'll probably just come and watch it and shit. But in terms of them being reinvested into Marvel and Disney, I don't think they're gonna be reinvested. But yeah, I do know. Look at this next video. Apparently, people are fucking crashing out because they brought back Chris Evans. I played this the other day, but like I said, I was having trouble streaming. But I do want to play this video.
We knew for a while, a lot of speculation. And that the Avatar movie would include the Avengers Doomsday first look trailer that we'd get. A year out.
No, hold on. Just start over.
A lot. Avengers Doomsday, we knew for a while, a lot of speculation that the Avatar movie would include the Avengers Doomsday first look trailer that we'd get. A year out from actual Avengers Doomsday. And we saw some people that floated some theories. Some of those were completely wrong. Some of them were right. And it turns out, reportedly, there are 4 different trailers for Avengers Doomsday that will be shown each separate week during the first 4 weeks of Avatar's run at the theaters. And then we got reports about the first one and a leaked trailer. Chris Evans would be returning in Avengers Doomsday, which isn't really shocking. I think you, me, everybody with a brain thought that he would be coming back, regardless of how many times he denied it. You looked at the type of shape he was in a few months ago at some of the PR tours. It definitely looked like he was going to do it, and we all just thought that he would be back for this role, regardless. And he is back. Chris Evans is back as Steve Rogers.
Now
But
you
when-
saw the trailer, right?
I did see the trailer, yes.
It doesn't like spoilers. Sorry, it doesn't really show much, but Steve Rogers holding a child. Like,
So it
it's
is
not-
Steve, slow motion, Steve
Yeah.
Rogers coming back on a motorcycle in front of a nice house,
I'm gonna
like
skip this
fence type
part.
of
I
thing,
wanna
you
get
know,
to the,
walking in.
stuff down.
Right. So
Oh,
yes, Marvel is
that's
issuing
right. Okay,
DC
you got it.
takedowns for. They can't legitimately take it down. I don't fucking know, but yes, the trailer, first trailer will be Chris Evans as Steve our throats. Combine. Nobody that they had their black Captain America, Sam
this is the part I
Wilson
wanna get
Captain
to.
America that no one cares about. His movie fucking flopped. His show is fucking stupid. Nobody likes it. Nobody wants it. Nobody wants Sam Wilson leading the Avengers as Captain America. They like Sam as Falcon, and then you try to shove all this bullshit down our throats. Combine that with the reports out there. This is what I wanted. The reports out there that Steve Rogers might have a very big role. I don't think he's going to be the lead in this movie, but there are some reports out there that say that. He's being replaced in different theme parks. They're using, the normal Captain America instead of Sam Wilson's Captain America for some theme park shows. People are not happy, Jay.
Yeah.
And especially because the 3 trailers are supposedly about Steve Rogers, Thor, and Doctor Doom, and then the last trailer is going to be about the movie in general. People aren't happy because they're going back to the straight white male heroes.
Oh no! You mean the people that made them money? They're going back.
It's shocking, right?
Very shocking.
Kaiser Cinemas.
I don't know why these people are upset. Like again, like I said, if you cared about these characters, you would have showed up and watched their projects. You would have went to, especially the Captain America Brave New World movie, like the Hulk movie without the Hulk. You should have went to see it when it came out. Nobody went to see it. That movie tanked.
Says, seen Marvel just carelessly throw projects at the wall with no actual direction so bad they resorted to basically making a legacy sequel. Not even a decade since Endgame is truly heartbreaking and sad to see. Spider-Man is the only thing that has me locked in. So he's at least saying, he's like criticizing Marvel. It's like they just threw a bunch of shit out there. Now they have to go back to the well. But look at some of these other reactions. Sam Wilson, you deserve so much better than being overshadowed like this. I really hope this movie doesn't sideline him.
Yes, it will sideline him because they can't make money with him. Do you not know how this thing works? They tried. They threw it out there for y'all to go watch. Y'all didn't watch. Y'all didn't spend money. You guys didn't buy the toys. You didn't buy the posters. You didn't go out and rent the movie.
I disagree with that. Because I think that these people did go see the movies. I think they did stream it or whatever. I think they did support it.
I
I
see where
think
you're going. There's just not a lot of them out there.
there's not
I got
enough of them, and that's the fucking problem. And that's
Yeah, I'll give I'll give him that, because I do think some of these people talking about it, maybe they did go see it, but like he said, it's not enough. And don't get me wrong, there are people who are complaining about this who did not fucking go out and see it. There are people complaining about that shit. So, but like I said, like this shit was never gonna work. It was never gonna work. Having his character play Captain America, it was never going to work. Like nobody wanted that shit. Nobody wanted this. He was already his own character. Like, bro, him being introduced in the Winter Soldier movie and him debuting as Falcon, I liked his character. I thought he was a really good character. A lot of people would agree he was really well received in that movie. Same thing with in Civil War and everything and every project after that that he was in. But once we got to the Winter Soldier film, it was just like, I mean, the Winter Soldier show, and then his movie, it was just like, no, like you need to stay as Falcon, dude. That's your character. And like I said, this is the problem that people have with black characters. Like they only see the value in their skin color. Like if you truly want to make a unique black character, just make your own unique black character. Stop putting a black character into an already white established character. Like they did this with Captain America. They did this with Spider-Man, with Miles Morales. Like these are already established characters that people already like. And the crazy thing is, when you change the race of these characters, like the character, there's not even a drastic change to the character. Like Miles Morales' character, he fights the same villains as Peter Parker. It's the same villains. And his character's not even that much different from Peter's, if I'm being honest. When you really look at Miles, his character is not that much different from Peter. I would arguably say that Peter struggled a bit more than Miles. But I still don't see the point. Captain America, like, bro, we had, what, like 10 plus movies with Steve Rogers' character in the MCU? And Chris Evans did a good job establishing the character of Steve Rogers, cementing him into the MCU and making him likable for the audience. Like I would arguably say like maybe like I feel like the Winter Soldier movie really established Chris Evans' character. Like people really like this character. People are like, yes, we fucking love this character. This is the guy. This is our Captain America. That movie really cemented him as Captain America in the MCU, in my personal opinion. Like the first Captain America movie was all right. Him in the first Avengers movie, it was okay too. But I feel like the Winter Soldier movie really cemented him in the MCU, and I feel like a lot of people would agree with me on that.
Why it doesn't matter if you continue to pander and make movies for these people because not enough of them exist to make it profitable.
Gotcha.
I think that is the realization that all these studios need to lead to. Not how do we get the fucking 20-year-old queers out to our movie? How do we entice them to come? They're going. There's just not enough of them. There's not enough of these fucking degenerate freak losers with pronouns in their bio, probably flying a Palestine flag, gays for Palestine or some shit. There's not enough of these fucking freaks to make your shit profitable. The ones that exist go.
But you know where I'm getting that from? I go back to like the Reva thing when these same people were out in full force to support Reva, and then Hasbro's like, all right, we're gonna drop her lights.
And the reason why I don't really get upset at him, the reason why I kind of I understand why he gets upset at this because like we're fans of this stuff. Like this is our this is what we like. Like we love comics, we love gaming, and when you change and when you move away from your core audience, mind you, the core audience that helped you stay in business, that helped you make money, when you move away from that and you try to cater to, again, an audience that does not fucking exist and arguably has no fucking capital to buy anything of your shit, like, you end up with shit like this. Like, you end up with your fucking America Chavez, your Black Captain America, your Riri Williams, your fucking Miss Marvel, your She-Hulk. Like, no, like, the past 5 years, they literally made projects that nobody asked for. Nobody asked for this shit. Like, I really want to know what jackass in the fucking room when playing this shit, they really said, yo, we need to push for Riri Williams, America Chavez. Like, we really need to push this. Like I feel like someone with common sense should have just said, you're fired, get the fuck out. Like, why are you pushing these fucking characters? Like, you know what you do? You see, characters like that, you only push characters like that if you have literally almost emptied the reservoir. What I mean by that is that you have gave the fans more 80%, 80 to 90% of the characters that they want to see first. And I'm just going to be honest, after Endgame, I feel like in terms of the characters they gave us, Marvel was, I would say, was at maybe 60 or 65% in terms of the characters we wanted to see. And the reason why I say that is because we haven't seen X-Men. Just the X-Men alone, that's like another 30% added to that. That's just my personal opinion. Like, we haven't seen X-Men, Fantastic Four. They finally did Fantastic Four, but it's a Fantastic Four. I'll just say that. They announced Blade, but they can't make a fucking Blade movie in 2025, which is fucking insane. Ghost Rider. They did She-Hulk, but She-Hulk was not. She-Hulk was fucking terrible. Moon Knight was not a bad pick, but like again, like Moon Knight was an unforgettable show. Nobody remembers that fucking show. They brought in Daredevil to the MCU, but we all know how that turned out. So yeah, I said this before. I said this a lot of times, and a lot of people said this too. A lot of people who made videos about this. After Endgame, the MCU should have moved on to X-Men and the Fantastic Four. That's literally should have been the next phases of movies right there. X-Men and the Fantastic Four. And I don't know why they chose not to do that. Apparently, from what I'm hearing, they're going to move on to the X-Men in the next phase. Because they said that they in the Spider-Man movie they said they're introducing Jean Grey's character. So it looks like they are going towards that route. But again, I hate that they're doing this. Like every time they do a Spider-Man movie, they always have to like use cameos of other characters just to push the movie. Like I just don't understand it. Like just make the character stand on its own. Like the next movie, they got Jean Grey, they got the Hulk, and they got the Punisher in that movie. And it's just like, why are you pushing all these characters? Like, can't the character stand on its own? Now, I kind of understand the Punisher because the Punisher, that's how the Punisher was technically introduced into Marvel. He was introduced in one of the Amazing Spider-Man comics. So I kind of understand why they're doing that. But again, the Punisher is technically already established in the universe. So I really don't see the point of them doing that. And Jean Grey, it just makes no fucking sense. Same thing with the Hulk. Like, I don't know.
Saber, and they couldn't find enough people to have any interest into buying that lightsaber to even make it. So it was a failed project because most of these people either are fake or they don't have money. So that's where I was getting that from. But yeah, you're probably correct. They probably did go. And it's just like 3 people, 3 of them, 4.
Yeah, you could get likes on social media, whatever.
Yeah.
That means fucking nothing.
Nothing. Correct.
Brandon Lewis, founder of When Things Go Pop, critic for Geese Fight Nation. Oh my gosh,
Holy
fandom.
crap.
If this is true, this is a shitty thing to do to Anthony Mackie, especially after turning his first solo Captain America film into a backdoor Incredible Hulk sequel.
Backdoor Incredible Hulk, who's in the film for less than 5 minutes.
Kiki! After building up new characters, Disney is listening and caving to the bitch and whiners who made the most noise on social media and don't want to see any progress. What else is new?
Are they talking about us?
I think so.
Yeah, so again, these morons are in complete denial. Like, when you look at the MCU this year, like in the past 5 years, the only memorable movies are No Way Home and Deadpool Wolverine. Nobody talks about anything else. You bring up movies like Shang-Chi, The Eternals, The Marvels, like people are just gonna be like, oh yeah, like they're just like, it's not even in their mind. People do not remember these movies because they're not memorable because they fucking suck. These movies are fucking terrible.
Is it us, Ryan? We did this? That's awesome.
Yeah, that would actually be awesome if we had that power, right? that would be awesome if we had that power. However, the truth is the people that actually make the most noise on social media are you freaks. You fucking transgender freaks, blue-haired land whales, pronouns in bio, fucking weirdos. You're the people that make the most noise. And that's what mistakenly led these studios to believe that they could do something like this and it would still be profitable. But you don't exist. There's not enough of you to matter. You can't procreate because you're all fucking gay. There's a high likelihood you'll remove yourself from the equation if you're trans. Like, that's just the reality, right? It's not like this group is going to get any bigger. And don't want to see any progress. They tried to build up these characters, and no one fucking cares. Marvel has failed over the past 5 years. This is the admission that Marvel has failed. This movie, bringing back Robert Downey Jr., bringing back Chris Evans after they fucking left, this is the admission that they failed by pandering to stupid, sick fucks like you. Don't want to see progress? They want to see cash money, bitch! That's what they want to see. They want to see cash.
And he's right. Like he's right. Like at the end of the day, these are businesses. Like people want to make money. Like these movies used to make like close to like from half a billion to like $1 billion+ every drop. These Marvel movies. Now it's rare for them to make that much money. Now it's like rare. And before it was all even like without inflation before high ticket prices, it was people knew like this is about to make like 600 plus to a billion, easy. And everyone knew it. Like just by watching the trailer, like you can just see it, and you're just like, yep, this is gonna make money. Like now when you watch these trailers, you just be like, eh. Like you can tell like something's gonna be off. Like eh. Like I felt the same way when I watched that Superman trailer. Like as soon as I seen the trailer, I'm just like, I don't know how this movie's gonna make money. Like you can just see it.
Money. And they've lost hundreds of millions of dollars by making the fucking characters that you want to see. Tar shit. If he's really gonna lead this movie, then yeah, I'm done. Who has me blocked? Fuck the Russo brothers. Fuck Kevin Feige. Hope Bob Iger gets an RSVP ticket straight to hell for the AI $1 billion deal. Fuck Disney. Even if Steve isn't Cap, him being used to lead over, or him being the lead over Sam is just giving the racist losers more to work with. If you're talking about us, we got plenty, but we'll always take more to work with.
See, and that's the problem. See, and this is why you should never cater to these type of people, because when they don't get things their way, they'll start to use these type of terms like racist, bigots, homophobe, all this stuff in the book just to paint you in a certain light, just so they can like try to dehumanize you and basically like try to defame you in a way. Like again, nothing about bringing Captain America back is racist, because that is who the fucking character is. And again, I've seen this happen in gaming too. Like when certain people like this was back like the 2020 to like 2022 era when this cancel culture shit by these people was like really high and strong. Like when people did shit like this, they were like a lot of these companies were like the course correct, especially like small creators. And it's just like, why the fuck are we bending the knee? Like I fucking hated when these people bended the knee when people like this would say things like this, and then it's just like they panic and they try to course correct because they don't want to get canceled and things like that. And it's just like, no, like I'm happy we're in an age now where people are like tired of this shit, because now people are trying to realize that you guys have no fucking power because you guys are not making money. Like you guys are not making money. You guys have no capital. Why the fuck should we even listen to you? You guys are not experts. And these people, and crazy thing is, these people are not fans of these properties. They're just there. These are the DEI activists who are just there because they want to support DEI. If you're following DEI, then yeah, they will support you. But in reality is they don't give a fuck about this shit. They don't care. They just want to make sure you're checking their boxes. And if you don't check their box, they'll try to infiltrate and try to change it from the inside. And if you don't let them infiltrate, then they'll call you, and then they'll do posts like this and call you all the names in the book. And that's why we gotta stop bending the knee to these people. We're those type of people, and that's why I'm happy that a lot of these companies are giving these people like this the finger, saying we don't give a shit anymore. We want to make money. Get the fuck out of the way.
Look at the way people are talking about Sam Wilson right now. It's gross. Bro,
Gross.
His movie flopped. His movie failed.
Yeah.
It lost hundreds of millions of dollars for Disney.
It wasn't even a Captain America movie. It was, like that person said, it was basically a sequel of the Hulk without the Hulk. That's literally what the movie was. And most of the script, from what I realized, some of the stuff they used was from the that canceled Incredible Hulk sequel that they planned on doing a while back. Because I remember them saying that they wanted to bring back the leader and they wanted to do Red Hulk. They literally just put it in that movie. Like that again, that movie is a fucking Incredible Hulk movie without the Hulk. Any person watching that movie can come to that realization. This is literally a Hulk movie without the Hulk. Like, it's not the fact that you have one Hulk villain. You have two Hulk villains in this movie. And you're trying to tell me this is a Captain America movie. In my opinion, and then you want, and then they, after how many, let's see, The Incredible Hulk came out 2009 or 8, and then they brought back the leader all these years later. It's like you guys wasted this character. This character, like, the leader should have been used a long time ago. Like, a long time ago. Like I said, even the MCU back during its good days, like, I feel like there was a lot of missed opportunities. Like, not enough Hulk villains. They could have done the, what's the name of the prison where they locked up all the gamma radiation, people? I forgot the name of I can't remember if it was the Cube or the Cosmic Cube. I forgot the name of the prison. But huge wasted opportunities, man. And them bringing back the leader in this was just stupid. And he didn't even look like the leader.
No one's excited. No one's invested. You expect them just to continue to do this? I mean, they have for a while. They held on to hope for this for a long time. And I agree with this fucking retarded bitch, whatever his name is, the Green Casey. She, her, whatever. I don't think that Sam Wilson is going to that Steve Rogers is going to immediately come back and be presented as Captain America. I think by the end of Secret Wars, there will be a scene where we have Captain America, Steve Rogers, right? But I think they're going to try to be very delicate and, Steve Rogers is like, hey, I'm not Captain America, I'm just Steve Rogers. He's Captain America. They're going to do all that shit. But no one's going to care. No one cares about Sam Wilson. The T'Challa stand. Marvel focusing on the big three from the previous saga instead of characters they've been building up the last 5 or 6 years shows everything wrong with Doomsday, by the way.
What characters were they building up? Like, what characters have they introduced that people are excited to see? There are no characters that people are excited to see. New characters that they start to build up. No one's excited. Nobody wants Riri Williams. Nobody wants fucking America Chavez. Nobody wants Ant-Man's daughter. Nobody wants Kate Bishop. Nobody wants these Actually, Kate Bishop wasn't even that bad in my opinion. I just still feel like it was bullshit how she was able to defeat Kingpin, but she's not that bad compared to the other ones. And I heard that the actress who plays Miss Marvel is a pretty likable person. But I feel like the worst ones easily are Ant-Man's daughter, Riri Williams, and America Chavez. Like, those are characters that nobody fucking asks for. Like, nobody asks for these fucking characters. Literally nobody asks for these characters. Like, you got this bitch saying Tony Stark wouldn't be Tony Stark if he didn't have if he wasn't a billionaire. I'm just like, bitch. I can't even be mad at the actress. I'm just looking at the fucking writers of the show. I'm just like, did you guys watch Iron Man? Like, god damn, like the Obadiah Stane fucking clip says it all. Like, he built this shit in a cave with scraps. Like, god damn, Marvel. God damn, Disney.
Maybe you should be more focused on your Black Panther franchise and how bad they screwed that up.
Yeah, right?
And worried about Doomsday.
Maybe.
Mr. T'Challa Stan.
T'Challa said, yeah, maybe you should be upset that Black Panther 2 literally just shit all over Chadwick Boseman and used him to try to make money off of his death. Maybe you should be focused on that. The question is it going to work?
And that's what I said, too. I said that, too. They should have just recasted his character. Like, R.I.P. to Chadwick Boseman. I feel like what happened to him was really tragic. But I'm just going to be honest. They should have recasted his character. Like, I said that from the very beginning. I know a lot of people were really upset at me when I said that shit. But even, like, right now, everyone's saying that shit. Everyone's saying they should have just recasted his character. I've been saying this from the very beginning. Like, recast his character.
I understand why Marvel's doing this. I understand why, despite trying to build up these last couple of phases, all of them failed, and they desperately hit the, hit the fucking eject button and called in Robert Downey Jr. called in Chris Evans. I get it. I understand why they're doing that, right? The question is it going to work? You have alienated a large portion of your fan base.
And that's what I've been saying, because like let's start off with Doomsday for a second here, guys. Like, bro, this Doomsday movie, nothing was built up to this. Like, at least in the first couple of phases with Thanos, like I feel like majority of the phases there were hints, especially with the after credits that build up to the event of what was Avengers Infinity War and Endgame. Like, that was built up. This shit, like, there's nothing built up to this shit. Like, they started building up to this shit. Like, I want to say, like, with Thunderbolts, like during the Thunderbolts and the Fantastic Four, that's when they started to build up to this shit. Like, there is nothing built up to this moment right here. Nothing. That's why I'm just looking at this. I'm just like, are people actually excited to watch this shit? Because nothing is built up to it. Like, I feel like people are just going just to see Robert Downey as Doctor Doom. Nobody gives a shit about this. I'm just being honest. I don't think people even care about the story because there's nothing that has been built up to this moment. 5 years of films just to make nothing. Every single phase was forgotten.
Endgame came out, and the ones you've pandered to are there. They're now mad at you because it looks like you're going back to try to get a little bit of the old fire rekindled. But are people going to come back? There's a chance that Marvel tries to get people back. It doesn't fucking work. And the people that still were there supporting them say, fuck you, and don't go out and support that thing. There's a chance they're just left even more fucked than they were before.
True. Or they bring Steve Rogers in to try to push the whole, Sam, you're Captain America now. You've always been Captain America. I'm a father, and that's where my place is. So I'm only here to protect my kid. Could be one of those things.
Yeah, man.
You know, guys, I feel like we cannot go 1 week with.
Yeah, man. Like, I don't know, man. I don't know if this movie's gonna do good. For Disney's sake, they need this shit to be good. Like, they need this to be good. And according to the money that they spent on this, I'm just gonna be honest. I think this movie needs to make at least. This movie has to make at least $1 billion plus, not $1 billion, $1 billion plus just to break even. Because just Robert Downey and the Russo brothers alone, they spent a fuckload amount of money on them just to bring them back. So this movie already needs to make $1 billion plus on return. Not to mention with all of these actors and actresses that they have cast in this movie, because this is a big movie. There's a lot of people in here that they brought in, and not just some low tier actors. Like, they have to pay Patrick Stewart, they have to pay Ian McShane, they have to give those actors their money, because these are not no C tier actors. So they have to pay these people, especially those two. So I don't know, man. I really don't know if this movie's gonna make its money back, because just guaranteed it has to make $1 billion plus. It has to. I don't know if they're gonna release. I don't know if they're probably gonna release it. I hope they release it before the movie comes out in terms of the budget of this movie. But the budget for this movie, I'm already seeing this movie is the budget is past like 500 mil. Easily past 500 mil for the budget. So that alone, they have to make $1 billion back. Not to mention the marketing. I don't know if they're gonna have a trailer for the Super Bowl, because the Super Bowl trailer, that's like $10 million just to show a trailer during the Super Bowl. So I think they're gonna have a trailer during the Super Bowl. I know Deadpool and Wolverine, I think they had one during the Super Bowl. So I'm pretty sure they're gonna have a trailer during the Super Bowl. I feel like these 4 trailers that they're releasing, it's just gonna be the Thor, the Steve Rogers Thor and Doom one, and then they said I guess the 4th trailer is gonna be like the full trailer, the full teaser trailer. I'm guessing that's gonna drop during the Super Bowl because it makes sense. But yeah, man, this is pretty crazy. But before we move on, let's take a look at Take a look at some DC stuff. Let's take a look at Supergirl. I wanted to show this last week. Let's take a look at this.
The eagerly anticipated, we can't wait, the Millie Alcock Supergirl trailer in James Gunn's Superman universe. Truth, justice.
So
We
this,
can't wait.
I think this was revealed last week. No, 2 weeks ago, I think. So they revealed the trailer for the next movie in the DC universe, which is fucking Supergirl, which makes no fucking sense. I'm still confused why they're going down this route of doing this. I was watching a stream from Nerdrotic, like Hill versus Babyface said this perfectly. Like, you need to establish your core characters first. He said Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, your Flash, Green Lantern. Like, you gotta establish those characters first. Then you move on to obviously your Justice League, other characters. Then you can once you empty the reservoir, then you can dive into characters like this. In my opinion, I don't think Supergirl needs her own movie. I'm just being completely honest. As a character, she does not need her own movie. Just put her in a Superman sequel movie or some shit. I don't think she needs her own movie. Same thing with the Batgirl shit. I don't see why these characters need their own movie. These characters are not big enough for them to have their own movie. I'm just being completely honest compared to other characters. But yeah, let's take a look at this.
Alcock Supergirl trailer in James Gunn's Superman universe. Truth, justice, and whatever. Yay, crypto.
Yeah, this is the shit I'm talking about. Like, the moment you have something like this, like the dog peeing on it should just tell you the type of movie this is going to be. Like, I just don't understand why they do shit like this. Like, again, I don't know who said it was a good idea to have this guy be in charge of DC. Like, this is the next movie, guys. This is our next movie right here.
Crypto pissing on Superman.
You managed to get most of it on the paper this time. Good job, buddy.
I don't know why the fuck they keep playing these fucking. That's why I don't know why people. I'm just gonna be honest. I'm not the biggest James Gunn fan in terms of his movies. Like I said, I thought Guardians was whatever. I am not the biggest Guardians fan. I'm just gonna be completely honest.
Cars are out. Hereby declare the 23 will be the best year yet. Let's be honest, babe, it's not a very high bar to clear.
I didn't know any of you were still alive. What was it like to lose everything in a day?
Her Tom did that in a day. The gods are not that kind. Okay, this does not look like this is gonna end well. For you guys.
Do you want this on your planet? Have powers like you?
No, it's a pretty small group of two.
So I'm gonna review it back a little bit right here. Hold on. So this, I feel like this is gonna be the only reason why people go watch this movie is because of I forgot the guy's name. Because of Lobo. The guy who played Aquaman. Jason Momoa. So it's the only reason why people are probably going to watch it. They want to see his Lobo character. Jason Momoa, I guess this is the character he originally wanted to play even back when Thing was running DC. Zack Snyder, he does the character he originally wanted to play, which makes sense. Kind of surprised that James Gunn let him in to do this, but yeah, it looks like he's gonna be playing Lobo in this, and yeah, I feel like this is the main reason why people are gonna go watch the movie. I'm just gonna be completely honest. I bet money on this right now. Like as soon as once these reviews come out for this movie, people are just gonna be talking about Lobo's character.
What Superman method?
He sees the good in everyone. And I see the truth.
Still not a fan of the Superman logo, but yeah, that's Supergirl coming out next June. My God, I don't know why the fuck this is the second movie in the DC universe, man. I just do not understand it.
Is that it? Bro, Jay, I could not be less fucking interested in what we just watched right now.
It's like TV show or something. That is.
And she's gonna have like this little girl companion and everything. Is this really what we're doing? Is this?
Bro, this is literally like Guardians, but with Supergirl. That's like, bro, James Gunn. That's the only formula he can do. And I said this before. Like, he would have more success if you wanted to do characters like this. You should have done what Zack Snyder did and just do your own thing. Make your own set of movies. And the set with Warner Brothers, I don't know if he's still gonna be around or not. I feel like if he were to leave, I feel like that's what he's gonna be doing next. He's gonna be doing his own type of movies, own style of movies. That's similar to Guardians. That's literally what he's want to do. That way he can have free reign to do whatever the fuck he wants. Because this fucking Peacemaker and the Superman movie, like, bro, his DC has really divided the fandom, in my opinion. And it's one of the main reasons why a lot of people want Zack Snyder back.
Is this the thing? Everyone's like, yes, James Gunn's fucking universe. I love James Gunn's Superman. Let's start off with Crypto.
These guys are not DC fans. They're just James Gunn fans. That's just my personal opinion. These are Guardians of the Galaxy fans who like James Gunn, who are supporting DC because it's James Gunn. That's literally it.
Taking a piss all over his face, right? And then exactly what we expected, just party girl, whatever, aesthetic.
So this is gonna be like.
That's it. That's your teaser. That's it.
She probably won't be in her suit till the end, right? She's got to discover who she is.
Yup. That's the one thing I hate about these fucking movies, man. Like, we won't see him in a suit until like the very end. And another thing too, why are you adapting this? Like, there's another thing too. This movie is going to be loosely adapted by this comic, not 100% adapted, loosely adapted. This thing's not going to be fully adapted.
Girl. It kind of like it's giving me like Hancock vibes. Remember Hancock? Like just a drunk superhero that just didn't care about anything until it was time to care. Kind of giving me those vibes. There was like 1/2 second of Lobo. I think that
there was barely
that character through.
You saw him walk out of a.
Yeah, like he walked out of something, but
you saw the cigar in his mouth. It was like just barely. Let me see if I can find it again. Right there.
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
That's
when they release another trailer for this, they're probably gonna do a more of a reveal of his character. But
the tiniest sneak peek at Lobo, yeah. Jason Momoa as Lobo. I got no interest in this thing. I think it looks like shit.
Wow. Yeah, I'm a little shocked how bad that actually was.
I'm sure, hey, this will be it, guys. Everybody will be invested in James Gunn's Superman.
I mean, hey, if this movie makes money, if it makes their money back plus profit, then, like I said, I will be proven wrong. But like I said, I highly doubt it.
No. If that's the story, if it's the I just know the truth and I don't want to be a superhero.
And the reason, and I feel like this movie's releasing around the same time as the Spider movie. I'm telling you right now, everyone's going to watch Spider-Man. Nobody's gonna watch this shit. Everyone is going to watch that Spider-Man movie. That Spider-Man movie is probably gonna make another $1 billion. Because of the last Spider-Man movie, this one's gonna make money.
So I'll just lay around and be drunk. Like it's just and then a young girl or a girl companion brings her to the light. Like that's it. At least that's what the trailer gives off. Good luck.
Who knows, dude?
I don't know, Ryan. Look at this guy. Whoa. That first trailer just turned my excitement up to 1,000. Supergirl is here.
Where's he from?
South Asia.
What a surprise, Cuckoo. What a surprise. Fucking.
Yeah. Not watching that shit. But we do have some test screenings for that movie, and according to the test screenings, they're not good. So we're definitely gonna watch this right now. Let's take a look at this.
James Gunn did officially announce that for Man of Tomorrow, the follow-up to Superman, that Lars Eidinger has been cast as Brainiac, and we knew that Brainiac was going to be in this thing. We've known it for a long time, and he's basically just officially confirming it now and trying to get people excited, ramp up excitement for Brainiac versus Lex Luthor and Superman. But the thing is, I don't know how much excitement there truly is for this universe anymore.
No.
And how quickly we went from, the opening weekend of Superman and all these media outlets and Indian bots and the shills and everything pretending that this was just the biggest success of all time to, man, is anyone really interested in more James Gunn's DC universe? In fact, the first entry in the DCU from James Gunn is being given to people for free on YouTube. Creature Commandos, which nobody fucking watched.
What? So this whole show is going on free on YouTube? Bro, this is how you know this show is a failure. Like, bro, they put in the whole shit for free on YouTube. Well done, James Gunn. Well done.
They're just releasing it. They're putting it out on YouTube to desperately try to get some people interested in this. We saw the failure of Peacemaker with the terrible ratings for season 2 on the back of the release of Superman. Right? They tried to capitalize on the attention Superman was getting for Peacemaker. And even that fell flat on its face. But don't worry. We got Supergirl, Jay. But unfortunately, reported Supergirl test screenings reactions may not be what DCU fans wanted to hear. And reportedly, the Supergirl test screenings are underwhelming. Here's the actual quote. This is from Cryptic 4K Qual. Yes, Supergirl had a test screening, roughly 2 hours and 5 minutes. From what I heard, feedback was not that great, but it wasn't a bad film. Some scenes shined a lot more than others. Millie is praised for her acting in the role. Lobo has 2 fights. The villain is underwhelming. How similar does this sound to what we hear about so many of these kind of second-tier heroes that kind of get put out there, or whether it's like a female protagonist that is probably not going to make a lot of money, whether it's Black Captain America. What do you hear? Anthony Mackie praised for it, but there's some problems with the movie.
Yeah.
Right? Brie Larson praised for this, but the movie as a whole doesn't really work. Millie Alcock praised for her performance, but the movie doesn't really work. It seems to always be the go-to because you can't actually be critical of movies like this when it comes to lead actor or actress. So you have to find other things. Lobo only having 2 fight sequences, considering it's Lobo, and considering I think there's more attention and more pull and more draw for Jason Momoa as Lobo as there is for a Supergirl movie, I think is fucking wild. But
is that how he introduces a Lobo movie though? Like what he did with Superman, he gave us Supergirl for like 30 seconds, and it's like that's the next one.
Yeah, it's probably gonna be the same. He's probably gonna do the same shit with that.
So here she is.
A Lobo movie ain't gonna do shit. There's not enough there for like Lobo to have a movie. He has to be in with other people.
If I guarantee you, if they do a Lobo, it's gonna be the same shit. Other characters, like Guardians. Lobo with his smart mouth was talking shit all the time. Yeah, I could and it's gonna be in spit. Yeah, I would not be surprised if he announces that shit. Would not be surprised. That will literally be Guardians 4.
I think.
Yeah, well, also like I did hear like one of the reports saying that this entire movie is going to be in space. Like nothing's going to happen on Earth. So it opens up the possibilities for more, whatever that means. So
you're saying it's gonna be a cosmic adventure with a group of fucking outcasts and people who don't want to be a stereotypical hero but learn what it actually means to be a hero, and they find family. And you mean it's gonna be Guardians of the fucking Galaxy? Oh, got it. Yeah.
correct me if I'm wrong though. Doesn't the Kryptonians only get their power from the sun?
So they do the solar radiation specifically from yellow suns.
Yeah.
Now.
Oh yeah. Okay. So if there's somewhere else and there's a yellow sun, they'll be just as okay. I gotcha.
Right. Now, you've seen it played differently in a bunch of different iterations of Superman over a fucking century almost, right? Whether it be in comics, whether it be in live action, whether it be in television shows, animated shit, whatever, right? But obviously, if you travel to somewhere where you're not with that yellow sun, say it's a red sun, Superman is going to be depowered. Now, how quickly he loses that, if it's just immediate, he has no powers, or if it is
like a slow
kind of like he's still got a little bit of a charge that he can use, but it won't recharge type of thing. Like that, you can play with that a lot because there's been so many different kind of iterations of how that might work. But that's why she's going to planets that have red suns so that she can get drunk, right?
Got it.
Yeah.
Got it.
So she can get drunk and get fucked, I guess. I don't know.
You're right. It does sound very, very much Guardians of the Galaxy, Supergirl style. So the anti-heroes, the people that don't want to be heroes, a bunch of misfits together with, and she gets another girl with no powers that's a tag along that she's got to protect from bad people. It just, yeah. This comes out next year.
Next summer, baby.
In the middle of Odyssey, Spider-Man, Mando and Grogu, and Supergirl.
Minecraft movie. Well, no, Mando and Grogu's like May.
Okay.
Minecraft releases 2 weeks after that. Warner Brothers is dropping Minecraft on top of Supergirl, by the way.
Wow.
Let me see.
You don't think that'll change after the set?
They're probably doing that because they know the movie's gonna be shit. I'm surprised how much money the first Minecraft movie made. I don't know if this next one's gonna make that much money. Because even though it made a lot of money, a lot of people want to go see it. A lot of people didn't really like it. But yeah, this thing's competing with Spider-Man. Chris Nolan's movie's coming out around that time. So yeah, this movie's not gonna make money compared to those other two movies. Between those movies, I feel like Spider-Man's probably gonna make the most money. And then Odyssey.
Hell, dude. None of that stuff will change, probably.
I don't think the sale will be finalized until after that because I think Netflix is intending to wait until the official separation to officially take over. But yeah.
I'm not surprised that the test screenings aren't doing well because again, I don't know why the fuck your next movie in DC is fucking Supergirl. Makes no fucking sense. Yeah, that's most of the movie stuff I want to talk about. The next stuff I do want to take a look at is some gaming stuff. A lot of stuff happening in gaming. I do want to talk about this. Let's first take a look at this fucking game, High Guard. People are calling Conquered 2. Let's take a look at this.
High Guard trailer massively ratioed after the Game Awards 2025. Have you guys heard about this?
So this game, every time when they do something at the Game Awards, they usually like feature usually when before they announce the game of the year, they usually try to like announce like a fucking amazing game that people should be excited for, a game that a lot of people have been talking about that people like want to see return in terms of a new game or in terms of a returning IP. Jeff guy did the same shit last year with Intergalactic, and then he did the same thing with this fucking game High Guard. Like, the fact that he showed this shit is just fucking retarded, man. Like, it deserved the ratio it got. It deserved it, because it's just like we were expecting something crazy, and yet you give us this shit.
Moment right here, dude. It pissed me off so fucking bad. From the makers of Titanfall. Let's go! A brand new shooter. And I'm like, ah! So, look at the ratio on this fucking game. Look at that.
That's bad, man.
That's wow.
So, as the recording of this video, this was 6 days ago, it's probably even higher now. But this was during the Game Awards. This was really bad. Like, this shit got ratioed really quick. It didn't even get 1,000 likes yet. It didn't even get 1,000 likes yet. And it got 10K dislikes off the bat. That is really bad.
That's also bad.
1,000 dislikes.
That is a 10% like ratio.
That is insane.
That is a rare ratio, right?
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's bad enough. You were gonna get heat because you kind of did tease it like it was gonna be Titanfall 3 at the beginning.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The vagueness of it. You're like, yo, is this
Or a
really
spiritual
gonna
system.
And that's the thing, like, he always does this. Like, he always fucking says that, oh, it's gonna be, like, trying to, like, hype people up, thinking like this is gonna be a game that people want, and it's just like, fuck. Like, I remember I was watching a video, like, when they showed the trailer for this game, like, as soon as you see the haircut of the guy, you're just like, yep, this shit is dog shit. Like, it's that fucking same DEI fucking haircut they be putting in all these fucking video games, and it's just like, yep, fucking dog shit.
Successor, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and then it just to be like this fucking hero shooter slop garbage, like that did. I mean, I don't know, man.
But did you guys actually understand what was happening in the trailer? Because at first it was like, oh, this is going to be mount-based battle, and then suddenly it's large map-based battle, and then suddenly it's destructive environment battle, and then suddenly it's base battle, and then suddenly it's you have to unlock the demon lord that you're going to play as, and somehow that works out. Like, what was going on?
Yeah. So I was with it at first. When you get right here, I'm thinking, okay, so they're making
cool.
Like, they're making a new single-player game right here. You can see the obvious, like, Apex and Titanfall gunplay right here. I'm like, okay, so let's see what the story is going to be. And then right after this scene, that's where you're like, oh, this is going to be a multiplayer game.
Yeah.
And then you start seeing it, it's like, oh, this is just Paladins on steroids, dude. What the fuck are we doing here, bro?
But so is it meant to be considered a hero shooter?
Yes.
So where they go completely wrong then in all of that marketing is they do not show off the heroes. No. The reason why Overwatch, unfortunately, is still successful today is because of the original cast of heroes and the way they showed them off. You fell in love with Widowmaker's butt. You wanted to make porn of Tracer. You enjoyed the curves of May. Like, there's none of this here.
I think your reasons are different than other people's. But,
Hold on a second now. Wait a minute now. Okay. Love makes the house home.
I like the spirit. I like the spirit there.
Like the thing is, I was excited. Yeah, when you see the mounts and stuff, you're like, okay, this is like a cool medieval kind of thing, and okay, there's guns, whatever. But then, like, when you start looking at the aesthetic, even it doesn't even know what it wants to be. Is it like a futuristic setting? Is
like
it
this right here? Pause it. That is so lame. Yeah. I'm sorry. Whatever that is, whatever's happening here, like this.
Yeah, like, I was just so confused, like, cause, yeah, at first when I saw it, I thought it was gonna be like, oh, a new single player type of game, story-driven game, but then you realize, oh, this is gonna be a multiplayer game, and it's just like again with the hero shooter, like the hero shooters, battle royales, like this shit is so fucking oversaturated now. People are just tired of these shits.
Whole sequence is the lamest thing I've ever seen because they're going for something medieval Well, a fucking African lion head is not Viking-themed medieval high guardian, Asgardian kind of shit like that. Like, I don't know what the fuck's going on there.
It feels like it's trying to appeal to as many people as possible.
It does.
Yeah.
And that's not the way.
And that's the issue. It doesn't know it. That's the issue with this game. It doesn't know its audience. It's trying to appeal to a lot of different demographics, and it's just like you guys need to figure out what main demographic you're trying to appeal to. You can't try to appeal to all demographics. It's not going to work.
Do it because, like, here's the thing, like, if you go look at a game like Soulframe, like, it like has a massive amount of hype around it because it knows what it wants to be. It's a medieval game with like some futuristic elements to it or whatever. Like this, when I started seeing this, I was like, cool, it's this. Oh, never mind. Like Savvy said, oh, maybe it's this. No, maybe not. It's this. And then it's just a fucking hero shooter. Yeah, and like Savvy said, I don't even know who the heroes are.
Yeah, they just show no names.
No,
like,
they just show fucking powers.
No names. And then look at that. See this? Like, who is somebody playing that? Is that the champion? Do you unlock it? Is that an NPC? Is it an event that you trigger? Why are you destroying bases? Why are you trying to break in? Who are these people? Why are they fighting each other? What is happening? This is total marketing failure.
And
it's really confusing.
And that was my question: is like, why do you think?
Oh, and that guy right there is McCree, by the way. If you go to his character that shows up, you just see McCree. Look at that. Like, even though it doesn't look like McCree, you're like, that's McCree.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And
also,
that was
like this aesthetic. Like he's
what
like,
is this?
What do you think the number one reason that this has gotten so massively universally rejected? Do you think it's one thing? Do you think it's just a multiple things?
It's because you said you presented this as the last thing at the Game Awards. And
the build
that's usually like your biggest thing. And then you go, these are from the makers of Titanfall and Apex Legends, 2 massive games. You're like, okay, so we're finally going to be getting something that we've been wanting for years. It might not be Titanfall 3 because it's a brand new studio, but it might be something like that. So you hype it up like, oh, this is the best game I've ever played. You know, once you see this, you're going to want to play it too. This is totally unique and everything like that. And then you see it, and it looks like everything else you've been playing for the last 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, I don't want that. And then you have to add on to the fact that these are the people that made Titanfall. So no, we don't want to play some fucking hero shooter bullshit. We want a new story that's something like that. So that's another added thing of disappointment.
Except it's not the people who made Titan.
Come on. How's it loading?
Titanfall, it's the studio that made Titanfall.
It's not even...
Yep, she's right. It's not the people who made Titanfall, it's the studio. Same thing with The Last of Us Part 2. Part 2 wasn't made by the people who did Part 1. It was by the studio, Naughty Dog. The people who made the first game are not there anymore. Same thing with a lot of these games. The people who made these beloved games that we like to play are not there anymore.
This was just really confusing.
I like that. High Guard. We get Concord 2 before Titanfall 3.
Yeah, we got Concord 2 and 3.
And that was another thing. It looks like Concord.
What I thought was going to happen and would have been cool, you have a game like this with mounts and you see them shooting each other and shit, and then like a fucking medieval style like fucking Titan drops from the sky. Like, do that. Do like fucking giant like elemental summons and shit. And do a medieval fucking Titanfall style game. You could have had people eating on the palm of your hand with that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, imagine too if like every kill that you get feeds a meter to be able to unlock that, to have them drop down and then fight for you for a certain amount of time.
Yeah.
And it's up to the enemy to have to not only kill that but then fend you off. Like that would be so cool. But no, we get.
Bottom line here is that regardless of how you feel about Titanfall, and everybody knows where I stand, it has the best movement of any FPS game.
Yes.
The movement is unmatched. Build upon that movement. Build upon those mechanics. You do that, and you're eating good, as Mike said. They ain't doing that.
They ain't doing that.
This will shutter the studio.
Yeah, this is bad. This is
Yeah, this is really bad. Like, again, and the crazy thing is, like, why are you working with the people? Like, the people who, according to what I heard, the people who worked on this worked on Concord also. Like, why would you even want to work with people like that? Like, bro, Concord is arguably one of the biggest failures in gaming history. Arguably one of the biggest fails ever. Like, that game took 8 years to develop, and the game got shut down 8 days after release. I think Sony lost like like 400 mil plus on that game. Like, they shut down the studio and everything. Like, why are you making shit that nobody wants?
This is a shutdown before
it's gonna shut down, yeah.
Whoever too was on the marketing team, every single one of them need to be fired, and I have a feeling I actually know what they outsourced to.
And we can find out very soon if this game's gonna suck massive cocks because it's coming out early next month.
Wait, it's actually releasing next month?
Yeah, January 6th.
Oh yeah. So this is releasing early next month. For what I heard, this is gonna be free to play, so people are gonna be able to play it. Who knows? Maybe things could change when people get their hands on it. Because like I said, Conquered being $40 is one of the big reasons why that game failed. Because that game in particular should have been free to play. I don't know who the fuck was paying 40 bills plus tax for a game like that.
When it comes out.
Wait, it's coming out January 6th? Yes, very early next year.
Hell yes. Great game.
Well, it looks like January 6th, 2021 won't be the worst day in American history now. Because this game will drop and it'll be worse. So
we should all play it opening night.
I'm gonna play it. Honestly, and this is one of the things we talked about yesterday on stream. Was like, imagine this comes out and it's actually fun to play, and it's
26. My bad, 26.
We got that trash ass trailer, and then you play the game, and then it's actually fun, and then it'd be like what Savvy said.
Marketing.
It's a failure of marketing.
Is it free to play?
It will be free to play, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, honestly, I think we should probably try to play this. I mean, these are not my typical type of games like the hero shooter bullshit, but because this is going to be much like the fucking game you like.
Overwatch.
Wait, the Overwatch?
Overwatch. Yeah, I tried to play Overwatch and I did not like it. It didn't.
No, so just to clarify too, nobody likes Overwatch. You enjoy ruining someone else's day in Overwatch. That's why I went back to playing.
Use
and it's not something like Marvel Rivals where you got Marvel, and then on top of that, just the whole way that you play the game is more.
But yeah, like I said, it's not looking good for this game, but it releases early next year, so we'll have to see if people like it or not. Like she said too, if people actually like the game, then it's a failure in marketing. Last video I want to take a look at is this AI stuff that's people have been talking about. Where is it? Has to do with Clear Expedition 33. Okay, right here. Let's take a look at this video from Hypnotic.
Can you imagine a world where the mainstream gaming industry actually acts normal for once? Can you imagine if the journalists, if all the people who are supposedly in charge of the full narrative for the gaming industry could just semi-act normal for once?
Absolutely not!
Oh, who am I kidding? This is the gaming industry. Ladies and gentlemen, today we are going to be talking about the Indie Game Awards. And the reason why we're talking about them again is because they just did something that is considered one of the biggest virtue signals that we have seen in a long time. They decided that it was in their best interest, since they partner with all of the typical, gaming journalists and whatnot, and we're going to get into that later in the video. They decided it's in their best interest to take away the Game of the Year award that they gave to Expedition 33. And the reason why they took it away is because of the conversation around.
So this is not like the real Game Awards, this is like the Indie Game Awards. And basically they took it away from Expedition 33 because the use of AI. There was AI used in the game, and I'm going to tell you my opinions about how I feel about AI in gaming and just in the industry, like in other industries in general, but I do want to take a look at this.
generative AI. Sandfall Interactive, Larian Studios, all of these companies are currently getting attacked by the people who are about to lose their jobs to AI, all because they have been saying that they've been using AI. Now, the funny thing is, Indie Game Awards is saying that they just found out about this now. Meanwhile, a few months ago, earlier in the year, Sandfall Interactive openly admitted to utilizing generative AI, and it seems like these idiots didn't even realize that that was even the case. So all of this simply is just one big performance to try to put their chest out there and say, we're in charge of your fate, and we are taking it away. So hit that like button, subscribe button, all that good YouTube algorithm nonsense, and comment down below. Otherwise, your view is not going to count. To be honest with you, that sucks. Today, let's talk about the Indie Game Awards. So the Indie Game Awards, we did a video on a few weeks ago, probably almost a month ago by now, talking about how they had some very questionable games that were up for voting. One of them was Get the Milk, remember that one? Another one was I Kill Ya, that totally didn't steal their logo from IKEA. All the...
What?
Another one was I Kill Ya, that totally...
What? Okay.
Didn't steal their logo from IKEA. All of these video games were highly questionable, but at the end of the day, it was funny and it was just a move on kind of story. But now you have the big one. The Indie Game Awards decided to give their Game of the Year award to Expedition 33, a game that absolutely deserves to win Indie Game of the Year award, just like they did at the actual Game Award. Now, I want to be very clear for the people that are going to be in the comments like, who cares about these award shows? Who cares about any of this? It's not about the award. I want to make that very clear. It's never about the award. What it is about the virtue signal that the award actually represents, right? This particular organization that is behind the Indie Game Awards is not taking away the award because they genuinely feel like they have to. They're taking away the award because they want to. There's a big difference. These people want to hate Expedition 33. They are fueled by the mainstream gaming media. Most of the people who vote on their award show are people within the mainstream gaming media. All the typical people that practice faking their entire personalities online so that other people don't try to cancel them for being wrong thinking, these kind of people are the ones who are saying, well, we got our NPC download to hate AI, which means now we need a sacrificial lamb. And Expedition 33 is going to be that sacrificial lamb. So I saw this article here from PC Gamer that says the following. Indie Game Awards pulls 2 awards from Clear Obscure Expedition 33 over generative AI use. We have a hard stance against generative AI in video games. Instead of reading PC Gamer's obvious victory lap over Expedition 33, because they even tried to throw in a little snag right at the bottom that says -1 victory lap for the JRPG, it's very clear they don't like this fucking game.
So, yeah, when you have people like this commenting on gaming, like, especially when you have writers, like, talking to, like, people like that, it's just like, why do these companies continue to let these type of journalists write for gaming outlets? And mind you, these are the people who are supposed to be writing for gamers.
It was very obvious from all the articles they wrote about this game. Even Kotaku put out an article talking about how Expedition should not be up there with indie games, right? Everybody has their idea of what an indie game is. They don't care about the actual definition of an indie game. They only care about what they perceive to be an indie game. And like I said earlier in a couple of videos past, anytime you have a video game that blows it out the water, anytime you have a video game that completely destroys the narrative and ends up making a game that is so good that it looks AAA, well, now all of a sudden you're not part of the club. All of a sudden you can't join the other people in the indie game scene. You're just too good. You're going to make us look bad. People are going to have a really bad idea of what price points are for certain video games because you're just too good. Look at what...
And another thing too, another reason why they hate these indie games too, I feel like a lot of reason why people hate this independent industry is because their price points, they don't have to compete with the AAA price points. Because AAA gaming, like these games cost like $70 for the base game. Like games like this, they don't have to follow that model. And I feel like that's why a lot of people hate them, because games like this, will cost like what, $40, $30, $50. Like they don't have to cross that price threshold unless you're getting like a deluxe version or something. And it's one of the reasons why they hate these. That's one of the reasons why they hate these creators. And most important, and another thing too is that they cater to gamers instead of catering to a small audience that doesn't even exist. Because by now, I'm pretty sure y'all can tell what type of people these gaming journals are in terms of how they write articles and how they review games. You can kind of tell what certain demographic they land in.
What they did to Silksong. They all attacked Silksong because the game was too good for the price that they were asking. Or at least that's what they thought anyway. Because the people that want to charge you $30, $40, $50 for absolute trash are the people who are getting felted by someone charging $20 for a masterpiece, or something close to it. So the indie game scene, even though it is putting out bangers left and right in video games that I've enjoyed for the entire year, at the end of the day, is still a very turbulent scene, and it's a scene that is completely 100% co-opted by ideology, and there are certain people out there that are just envious. That's really what it is. Envy is rampant in the indie game scene, and it is destroying a lot of studios that otherwise should just shut the hell up and work on making their game better, instead of worrying about how somebody else did something better than them for cheaper. So instead of reading PC Gamer's article, what we're going to do is we're going to go directly to the source. We're going to go to the statement that was made by the Indie Game Awards themselves. Now, unfortunately, I have to go to Blue Sky for this, as much as I hate having to go to Blue Sky. Thankfully, I don't need an account in order to see this. The Indie Game Awards made the post here, and it says, the IGA's nomination committee is officially retracting Debut Game and Game of the Year, awarding both categories to new recipients. Additionally, we are retracting one of the Indie Vanguard recipients. Full details can be found in our FAQ under game eligibility. Now, they added all of this after the fact, okay? And you know that they 100% didn't care about this until people told them to care. This is why we call them NPCs. Everybody knew since, I believe, April of 2025 this year, that Expedition 33 was messing around with generative AI with the sole purpose of generating assets in order to get references. It's no different than going to Google and using reference images. It's the same exact thing, but apparently by using generative AI, you are suddenly the devil, and to these...
And that's the issue a lot of these people have with gaming now, especially with people who use AI, because a lot of these companies, it's just like with concept art. They're using them as inspiration. They're not like generally using it throughout the game. And I said this before, like if you make a good game, and I realize the game is made via using AI. Same thing with movies. I don't think anyone's gonna care. Nobody's gonna care, because as long as it looks good, and again you're cutting corners, like you're cutting costs and cutting corners just to like deliver something that looks good, a general audience is probably not gonna care. Like if you make something that looks good, and after it sells billions of sales, you tell people that we used AI to make it, a lot of people are gonna be like, oh shit, like, and then they're gonna be like, oh, let's get more of this, because who the fuck cares? And especially in the independent space, one thing you gotta realize about these independents, here's why I don't really get upset about these independents using AI, is you gotta remember, they are not a AAA studio. They don't have multi-millions of dollars at their doorsteps just to help them, create something. This goes to every independent. So I look at this like someone that, like me, like I like to draw and stuff. I was just gonna be honest. Because right now I'm trying to make a graphic novel. I was thinking about using AI in terms of the coloring process, because I want my graphic novel to be in color. So I'm just looking at it like, if I wanted to, like, obviously me coloring it's gonna take a lot of time. And if I want to hire a colorist, I'm looking at a couple of $1,000s to get colors. So I feel like cutting corners, like using AI to cut certain corners, is not a bad idea. Like obviously I'm not talking about using AI in terms of like, drawing out full panels. I'm just talking about in terms of a color sense. Like, and I'll probably like do something. I'll probably just like color out the characters, color out certain scenes, that I can get the foundation of what I want to look like. And then I'll just ask the AI to mimic what I've done and do it to the other pages. That's literally what I would do in terms of like using AI, and I feel like nobody would have an issue with that. That's just my personal opinion. That's how I personally see it. So this Clear Obscure using AI, especially for inspiration to make their game, I don't have a problem with it. I feel like this indie award thing is kind of stupid. I'm just gonna be completely honest, and this is dumb too because moving forward, I think we're gonna see a lot of people in the industry use AI. So yeah, this is really dumb. This is really dumb. But I am gonna end the stream there. Thank you guys for watching. I think I streamed for like an hour and a half. I'm currently working on this. I was streaming this last night. I'm gonna continue drawing this. I'm probably gonna do like another late night stream tonight. Continue drawing this. I really like how I drew her bangs in the front right here. But yeah, I'm gonna continue drawing this tonight. I'll probably do a post of when I start the live stream for this tonight. But as usual, I really appreciate you guys for watching. Follow me on all social media, links in the description. Join the Discord, like and subscribe, comment. Really appreciate it. And I'll see you guys on the next one. There's the Wave Blur, and I'm signing out.